So far this season, the New York Knicks have surprisingly not been trash, with them having a 6-3 record, with their wins coming against the Bucks, Cavs, Pacers, Jazz, and the Hawks, who are all solid teams. And it leads me to ask the question, will the Knicks be good? So in today's video, I'll be taking a look at the New York Knicks and discussing whether or not I believe the Knicks will make the playoffs. But before we get into that video, I ask you to drop a like on this video to help my channel grow because it only takes a minute of your time. Also subscribe to my channel to help me reach my goal of 700 subscribers before the end of January, and comment on this video to start a conversation with me because I respond to all of my comments, and play that intro. So far this season, the main reason the Knicks have been good is due to their great defense, as they have been ranked 3rd in opponents' points per game and 6th in defensive rating. And I don't think it's a fluke, since their coach is Tom Thibodeau, who is known for his defense, and he seems to be having his players guarding the 3-point line closely, as they're number 1 in terms of opponent 3-point shooting at 29%, which is amazing. And I think there's a chance that they could be one of the better defensive teams in the league because they have a few players who are pretty good on defense, such as RJ, Reggie Bullock, Mitchell Robinson, Austin Rivers, and a few others. But on offense, they have been pretty terrible, being in the bottom 10 in all offensive statistics. And since Julius Randle is their best scorer, I wouldn't expect much different. But speaking of Julius Randle, he has been playing like an all-star and a top 5 power forward. He's been averaging 23 points per game, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 48% from the field. And he has been playing great and is one of the biggest reasons for them being a winning team. He has become a facilitator, which is what many people wanted him to become earlier in his career. And although he's averaging 7 assists, he's averaging 5 turnovers a game. So if I'm being honest, his passing isn't that impactful. But he still has been playing great, and RJ Barrett so far this season hasn't been that good, especially efficiency-wise, as he's been averaging 17 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, which would have been great second-year numbers if he wasn't shooting 38% from the field and 21% from 3, which is horrible efficiency. And if RJ doesn't improve his efficiency, I don't know how good of a player he can be in the future. But I'm not going to overreact to his poor shooting, because I think there's a chance that he could improve. Mitchell Robinson hasn't been playing as much as you would think, only playing 29 minutes, where I would have expected him to play over 35 minutes per game like Randle and RJ. But so far this season, he's been pretty okay, averaging 8 points and 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. And to be honest, also, Elfrid Payton has randomly been playing like a solid starting guard, as he's been averaging 14 points and 5 assists, shooting nearly 50% from the field. And I don't think he has much of a future with this team, but if he continues to play like this, he could be a solid trade piece. And if Reggie Bullock improves his shot, he could be traded to a contender and be a solid 3-and-D player. Austin Rivers has also been great in his 4 games, averaging 13 points and shooting 55% from 3. And this included a game against Utah where he scored 14 points in a row in the 4th, leading the Knicks to a W. And if he can keep up that level of play, I think it could be a solid trade piece for the Knicks. Kevin Knox so far in 21 minutes this season, he has averaged 6.6 points and is shooting 36% from 3, which is a good sign since last season his efficiency was horrible, and if he can become a solid 3-point shooter throughout his career, he will always have a spot in the league. And Knox is only 21 years old, so he could improve. Alec Burks started the season off to a hot start, averaging 20 points, shooting 66% from 3. And if Burks can continue to be a great scorer off the bench, he could be be a good trade piece as well. Although he has missed the last 5 games with an injury, so it might just be a hot start. The rookie Obi Toppin has strained his calf in his first game, and he hasn't played since then, so he hasn't had many impact on their success. Their guard Emmanuel Quickly has looked like a steal, as in only 13 minutes he has put up 7.5 points, shooting 53% from the field and 42% from 3. And he just simply provides a lot of energy. And when he's on the court, the Knicks are a positive and he makes a great impact. If I haven't made it obvious, I don't believe the Knicks will make the playoffs this year, simply due to their lack of talent. But if they are a still above 500 team by the All-Star break, I do think they could get the 10th seed and play in the playoff tournament. But this year, I expect them to be a team trying to get Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, or any of the other players. The Knicks also don't even have a franchise player, and with how loaded this draft class is, I think it's in their best interest to secure a top 10 pick. And I think they should move all their players that are over the age of 27 while their trade value is high. But yeah, I don't have the Knicks making the playoffs. But anyways guys, that's it for the video. Let me know how good you think the Knicks will be this season. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel to help me reach 700 subs before the end of January. And comment on this video to start a conversation because I respond to all of my comments. And I'm out.